Okay, horror writers, it looks like you're running into a little bit of a headbutt situation with someone. I got the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. These are about thoughts and communication, so some people seem to be, but it seems to be a little bit like headbutting. And the reason why I got that is because of this card, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, I just want you to kind of understand that one of these cards is probably you, and if you're working with a writing partner or a producer partner or your agent or something, that's probably the other person. The Queen is very witty. Well, okay, let's rewind this. Swords, some mean words have seemed to have been passed back and forth. Maybe a little bit of a verbal fight. So I would there might be some apologies that need to be made here. So depending upon which one you are and what you're feeling, there seems to be a lot of unrest going on with you or your project or this project or your ability to tell the story that you're telling with the horror that you're writing. So I got the six and oh, and I know that we got these two, but there's also the Six of Pentacles that we got reversed. Now the Six of Pentacles is about an exchange of energy. And if it's reversed, I'm wondering if there's not a proper exchange of energy going on between both of the cards, both of the people involved. Someone's getting hurt. We got the Three of Swords. So there's something that needs to be addressed. Even though this is a sword, it can be an emotional card. So you might want to just pay attention to that. There's a reason why you're not celebrating. The Three of Cups is about an impromptu celebration. And it just seems like you're all alone. You don't feel like you can celebrate just for the heck of celebrating. I've connected the Page of Cups here with the Three of Swords because the Page of Cups is they're like the production assistants of the tarot. This particular page is learning how to control their emotions, and because they're really hurt right now, they need to take a step back and learn and see and reflect over what they're feeling. I highly recommend that you pay attention to the High Priestess, your intuition. She has a lot of secrets that she wants to give to you, but you need to show that you are worthy of those secrets. So pay really close attention to your situation or your intuition and what to do about this situation in general, because it's a rock, that's for sure, but there is a right and a wrong way to handle this. In going along with everything else, we've got Temperance reversed. Temperance is if you had it upright, it's knowing when to do things and not become addicted to them. Could be good or bad things, just depends, eating just right, everything just seems to be in balance. But something, because you're not celebrating, because you don't have the right exchange of energy, someone's hurt and heartbroken, it just kind of feels like that the equilibrium is not happening, and that's where that card's coming from. Putting this back down. And the card at the bottom of the deck was the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is like the father of the tarot. He makes the boundaries. He protects. There's a word I used. He makes the rules. And so, what I would say, since this is the card at the bottom of the deck, make sure that your rules are not being broken. Whoever's writing this project, or the main writer, if you can say that, if you're a writing team, it might be both of you. Make sure that you know what the rules are going forward. Get this mess figured out, and then go forward and write down exactly what the rules are. I know that it's a little bit of a rough patch right now, but everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a little bit of an ego bruise, but you can do this. Now we get to the part about why I'm worried about this guy. So someone's the Queen of Swords, someone's the Knight of Swords. There's been a lot of chit chat going on, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Five of Pentacles is fives are usually about conflict, and the Five of Pentacles is conflict with your health, body, money, things that you can touch, material items. Because this is reversed, it is it could be blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So one of those four. But I believe that this card is connected to this knight. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he looks a little bit more conniving. And if you look at this card, you've got, we're going to turn it up right side up for you guys. This is a bridge. There's a person dead on the floor. He's stealing someone's head. And this guy just looks like he used the knife. And if you look at the carpet, there's stuff on the carpet. I don't know. It just kind of, it seems to match with me. So someone's could be running away with money. Someone could be blocking money. I'm not entirely sure where that's going, but that might be something to pay attention to. Being uncomfortable with money. There might be some boundaries that need to be set with that going forward. Numbers that you want to pay attention to are 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 14, 5, and 4. If you add all those up, those equal 43. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And 7 is the chariot in the major arcana. Now, the major arcana, the chariot is being able to control your own, like the car. Going on a path. You have control about where the car is going to go when you're driving. So if the car decides to start growing off the path, you can pull the steering wheel, or if it's a carriage, you can pull the carriage back to where it needs to go a complete way. Or if you want to go off the trail, you're allowed to go off the trail. So you are in control, and you need to remember that with the rules that you're making with this project. So that's just kind of where I'm going on with that. As a side note, I am also using the Edgar Allan Poe tarot deck. So if you are an Edgar Allan Poe reader or fan, this might be a good time to go and revisit some of his stories. Energetically, air and water are your highest cards, but I'm going to give more emphasis to fire because two cards, the Temperance card and the Emperor card, are both fire elemented cards, and they're both from the major arcana. So I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on the fire card, which means that when you are looking up astrology stuff, take a look at what Jupiter, Sagittarius, Mars, and Aries have to say to you. Again, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not entirely sure what those would mean. I'm trying to learn it. It's a lot for my head to take in. I got the tarot, but astrology is a whole different ballgame. It's a lot of math. I'm going to go backward one really quick to the numbers. You got a lot of lower numbers. Now, in numerology, that usually means the beginning of a cycle. So one note that I wrote down here seems to be because of all these reversed cards and these new emotions and feeling unbalanced, it kind of feels like you might be going a little bit back to the drawing board with this project. I'm not sure, but that's just something that kind of came to my mind as I was looking at these cards, is going back to the drawing board or rewriting something. The colors you might want to pay attention to are blue and red. There's a lot of blue going on, and like I've held up all these blues before, and blue is in here. You got some red, but this red just really was poking out at me. I do pull 3 extra cards, just for fun, and this one's tablet. I'm not sure if that means anything to you or your story, but that could be something that you might want to add into it, a piece of a scene or a clue or something. Someone obviously is not going to be rescued. Someone needs to die in the story. Not in real life, in the story. This is what it looks like, not reversed, but this is reversed. So, and lastly, if your protagonist were confronted with their worst nightmare, what would they do? I believe that's all I have for you this time. I am giving away some free tarot readings right now. I have a survey going on my website that's going to be up until March 11th. I'll put that down also in the comments so that you can sign up for that. So if you found this interesting and helpful, please comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.